Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Module 5, quick guide to developing websites and blogs. So in this module, what are you going to learn? You're going to learn how you develop your personal website and also your blog, how you maintain your blog. We're also going to learn some terminologies relating to website development, website maintenance, and also those relating to blogs. So you're going to enjoy every minute, every second of this module 5. So welcome.
Yeah, so here we go. We'll actually be linking module 5 with module 2. In other words, we'll be developing our website and blog pages in relation to the development of our online courses. So there will be a number of parts, 4 in total. The first part, which is beginning now, is introductory, and it gives you the theory of it. But the other parts, 3, 4, and 5, 2, 3, and 4, are practical, and you will enjoy the practical session. Now, I have a song of joy to render, and it is on account of the fact that the assignments that you submitted, your video lessons, your video lectures, I shared with participants at the Quality Assurance Regional Africa-wide Conference of Quality Assurance Practitioners. There were so many open and distance learning experts. For instance, the professor here used to be the Vice Chancellor of Open University of Tanzania for 10 years. And you can see at his back here, you have Professor Lujegede of the Foundation, now Vice Chancellor. That's at his back here. And then several other OGL people, open and distance learning people. So what happened was that I shared your videos with a number of them. And guess what? The least grade that it gave is B+. Many scored A's. So I'm so delighted, and it gives me a lot of joy. And it tells me also that you can present better than I, and I'm quite happy, about it. So what are we here to do? We're here to do website, to do blog. But before we begin, look at this. Is it website, 2 words, web and site, or 1 word, website? And the answer is just 1 word, website. Now, the 2-word variant is rather old. It used to be what we used to have in the 1990s and all that, but it's now mostly dead. But that's not to say that they are not occasional. You occasionally encounter some of them. But you can use any of the 2. You can use either web and site, or you use one, but you'll be modern if you use the 1-word option. That's website as a word. But I tell you, no policeman will arrest you if you use web and site. But me, we will just, for the purpose of this course and other, settle for website. Just 1 word. So what do we expect that you should achieve when you complete this short course? We expect that you learn a few terms regarding websites and regarding blog, how they're designed and managed. There are some key terms that you need to learn. Next, we want you to be able to design and maintain your own personal website, your own personal blog. And last, definitely not the least, but quite important, and that's the bridge between Module 5 and Module 2, how you can upload your courses online onto your website. Now, let me give you examples of what I expect should be the final output from each participant. In other words, by the end of this week, we'll expect that you have your website which will contain your online courses. Let me just show you a few. So I will expect that you have at the end of this week a site which is going to be more beautiful than this, more aesthetically appealing. But the key ingredients that we want to see will be this. Now, I've decided to select another member of the Faculty of Dentistry, the coordinator of the Department of Oral Pathology and Oral Medicine. well, alphabetical order of names. She appears first on our list, and also our department or the dentistry faculty is the most responsive, to training. So we have Dr. Aderonke Abbas online courses, and if you have a short bio of her here, and then you have, if you click about me, it gives the curriculum vitae of Dr. Abba, which we got from the CV that she sent for the hyperlink exercise. So that's it. That's about her. And then you have the OPB 601. Recall that we asked that she should develop the course outline. So this is the course outline that she developed for OPB 601. You can see introduction, the objectives for the course, and then the course content. You can see the topic 1, topic 2, and all of that, the course assessment. You all have this. You've been graded, I reckon. And then you have the course textbook, your office location, and so this is the course outline. So get your course outline ready, and for 602, we shall only be doing one for the purpose of this course, because we have to develop lectures, lecture notes, and videos for each of this. Now, if I click on this, it gives me the lecture note for Dr. Abba. Dr. Abba, I am expecting to get a lecture note, but the lecture note will have the introduction, the objectives, the lecture content, the summary and conclusion, the reference assignment, and then you have a test. So if I click on test, for instance, by the way, let me just go back to the lecture note, what we expect that you should see. Since I couldn't get a lecture note, I'm referring you to this. This exercise we did Monday, August 22nd, developing a lecture note, where you have the introduction and all that. I give this as an example. You have the introduction, you have the objectives here, and then you have a test, and then it goes on with the content of the lecture and all of this. So this is the lecture note that we expect should be located. So you have a test thereafter and some vocabulary. So this is what we expect should be where I couldn't get Dr. Abbas' lecture note to be located. Yeah, so that's in lieu of this. So you have a test, and then you have the video of the full lecture. Recall that on Friday, I asked that you should submit on Friday the full lecture. So this is the full lecture video. So let me try to play back for 28 minutes. I try to, so you can see 28 minutes 9 seconds.
Good morning, students. You're
Yes.
welcome to the class.
Thank you.
You all rested well. It's obvious. I can see all over you. You're all looking radiant. Today we'll be treating a new topic entirely. We'll finish the topic on intellectual disorders.
Yes.
Now we'll be treating temporal mandibular disorders. For you to be able to do justice to temporal mandibular disorders, we have to treat the anatomy and the physiology. That means the
Very good. So let me just advance a little bit here. So let's see. Yeah.
Lateral leg. The movement of the temporal mandibular joint is carried out by muscles.
Very good. So let's go back to OPB 601. So that's it. So we now have the lecture notes and the video for temporal mandibular joint disorders. So we will expect, just do for only lecture topic 1 for the week. But by the time we complete this course, in another 4 weeks or so, you should have done for this, done for this, done for this, and done for all the topics that you have in the course outline that you originally submitted. So if we had 602, 603, 604, and all of that, you just skip this. It's only the course outline that we approved that you are now going to put the topics. So that is the expectation for this week. So that's one example of the final output that we expect from each of you. Talking about dental. Oh, I think Dr. Abba should help this man. Okay, 2 opening questions. What is a website? And what is a blog? Let me give you an analogy of 2 worlds. We live in a physical world, We also live in a cyber world. Cyber world. Of course, there's another world, the world of in paradise. But we're looking at these two worlds, the physical world and the cyber world. Let's look at our physical world. In the physical world, you have a site. So I'm going to my site. You go buy land in Ojo, Kokomaiko, or Banana Island, or wherever to put up a house. So you are talking about a site on this planet Earth. Now, you can also have a site if, for instance, you don't get housing loan from LASU or from the Nigerian government, Lagos State government. You just go and get your site, go and build a house on the web. That's by way of a joke, though, but you can still do the two. Now, we're talking about the World Wide Web. This is the person, just like yesterday, 1989, that invented it, an English scientist, Tim Berners-Lee. Now, so the World Wide Web, www, is just a space, an information space where documents and resources are stored and they are linked via the internet, invented by him. So, the website, you go buy a space there and get a site or build a house, in quotes, in the cyber world. So, to put it literally, the website is a site on the web. But the technical definition of it is that it's a collection of related web pages, which are, you recognize them by a domain name, and they are published on a web server. So a website you access via the Internet Protocol or IP network, such as Internet or local area network. And then you reference it when it's a web address, uniform resource locator, URL. We'll be coming to that when we're looking at terminologies. Now, on a lighter note, the teacher don't fall asleep in class. The boy walked up to him, Mr. Teacher, are you sleeping in class? Teacher said, no, my friend, I'm not sleeping. Yeah, oh, what are you doing, sir? Teacher replied, I was talking to God. Fine. So next day, Bayo fell asleep in class. Teacher walked up to Bayo. Bayo, are you sleeping in my class? Oh, no, not me, sir. I'm not sleeping. Oh. Then what are you doing? Oh, I was also talking to God. So what did he say? Oh, Bayo said, God said he never spoke to you yesterday. So let's go on to, we've done website. Let's go on to blog. The blog is a truncation of a word, web log. You know, when you have a logbook, you're writing down some diarizing some information, or keeping some kind of diary or some information you are releasing to the public. So it's a web log. So the WE is out of it, so it's called blog. So it's a discussion information website that you have published on the World Wide Web. So it's like diary entries, which you call post the thing there, and the posts are displayed from the most recent at the top of the web page all the way down. So that's a blog. Now we're going to move on to some important terminologies, so let us roll. Let's begin with a very important terminology, HTTP, which you see all the time. When you look at a web address, you see http://www. What does it mean? HTTP is expanded to Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is an application protocol, maybe a system of procedures for distributed collaborative and hypermedia information systems. And that is the heart of the matter for communicating on the World Wide Web. The first version of it, the first definition of it was in 1997, HTTP version, which is now obsolete. And now we have the successor, HTTP2, which was standardized in 2015. So if you see HTTP, it is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Make a note of it, because it may be an item in the multiple choice question for this course. What about the web address? Just like we also have on the earthly platform, where you have the address of your location. In my case, for instance, it is 6B Lagos State University Staff Quarters, Ojo, Lagos, Nigeria. So you also have the web address. This is the address where you can be found online. You know, we talk about you're building a house on the cyber world, in cyberspace. So you need to tell me what the address is. So that's the address, and every computer that is connected to the internet must have that kind of unique address. So if I don't know your address, I cannot reach you, you cannot reach me. The web address is also called Universal Resource Locator or Uniform Resource Locator, URL. If you want to brag, you can say, rather say, what's your web address? What's your URL? And the person says, oh my, this person's a big computer, you know. Now, the typical format of the web address is this. HTTP, recall, is hypertext transfer protocol. You have a colon, you have the 2 slashes www. Then, like Lagos State, lasu.edu.ng / whatever directory that you have, whatever the file name. And so the person can locate you on the internet or locate this particular file. Now let's look at another terminology, uploading and downloading. Uploading is when you copy a file from a computer to another location. And downloading is when the user copies a file to his or her computer from another source. So it doesn't really mean when you're uploading, you are moving to the internet. It can be moving from a particular device to another, you know, right here on Earth. But usually it is for moving files up to the internet and down. Now, like on earthly side, it's like a crane. Take, for instance, the construction one going on in our Senate building and the new ultra-modern library. So we have the crane uploading or downloading. Now, on our website, this is your computer, this is server, you download to your computer, that's receiving, and then you upload by sending. Now, I'm going to give you a quick demo of this, of uploading and downloading. Now, there is a software that I have here, and the software category, or they are just all labeled File Transfer Protocols, FTP. FTP is transferring your file from one location to another, File Transfer Protocol. And I have this WSFTP. So if I launch WSFTP, you will find that you can see it's connecting. Very good. Now what has happened is that I'm moving a file, the ABAP file that you saw, I'm moving it onto the server. On the left here, you find the files on my machine. That's the local. By the way, when you hear the word local drive, you're meaning your machine, your hard drive or your solid state drive or anywhere from your machine. Now, this other side is the server in the US. I'm being hosted by Bluehost, which has a server in the US somewhere. It can be anywhere in the world, by the way, in this iCloud thing, in this cloud system. So this is the files that I have on the server. All our files for our training program are located on that server. We'll get to it when we go to the practical of all of this. So this is my local server. Now, if I want to move these files, I've just done this upload file. If I now want to upload it to the server in Bluehost, so you see this arrow going left, that is downloading. This arrow is going right, that's uploading. Now if I click on this, you'll see it has started transferring. Transfer manager. Yeah, it shows that's finished transferring this this file up to here. Now let me transfer this other file, which is the image that I have there. Excellent. So I've uploaded this to the website up there. Now you can also download. If I bring this like this, what is going to tell me? It's not asking me, because the file is already here. It's not asking me whether I should override this or not. Let me ask it to override it, although it's the same thing. So it's now you will see the progress. So it has now brought the same thing down here. So that's an example, a demonstration of uploading a file or downloading. You cannot carry the file from your computer physically, to the server in the US or the UK or wherever. You just need a file transfer protocol like this software, WSFTP, to move it up there. So that's a quick demo that I wanted to share with you. Now let's go on to another terminology. The other terminology we like to look at is, let's see now, is the home page. The home page is the front door of your house, so to speak, on the internet. So this is the home page of Lagos State University. That's the latest as of today. There are some issues with it. Let me try to look at the home page of the College of Medicine, since we have so many College of Medicine participants. Yeah, by the way, you can see this one, Lagos State University, lasu.edu.ng. That's our home page here. So by clicking on this, you can see www.lasu.edu.ng. When I click on this, that's our LASU home page. It comes up. Come on, where are you? Yes, okay. So you can see that's the one I showed to you just now. So that's our home page as at today. As I said, quite a lot of issues here which are brought up with the attention of the webmaster. So let's look at LASUCOM, Lagos State University College of Medicine. You can just say LASUCOM to it. LASUCOM. Yeah, let's search for LASUCOM. Yeah, so you can see lasucom.edu.ng. That is the home page of LASUCOM. How does it look? Yeah, I think I like it. That's the home page of LASUCOM. Quite nice. That's provost there. And then you have the different faculties. It looks nicer, do you think? I'll tell you what the difference is between this and the parent home page for the university. Yeah, before concluding this introductory part, let's look at some tips that you need to know about designing websites. You should know the audience, who are those that will be accessing your site, and the pages should be kept short, and you have to limit the amount of text that you have on the page. You call that the home page that we developed for Dr. Okebukola. Has just got very few words there. We kept it short. We kept the amount of text. Avoid large images, to block up the place. Use web-safe colors. The colors should be modest and very pleasant to the eyes. You clearly identify all the links. Avoid spelling errors. Try to quality assure your pages in terms of the content. And it's nice to use a sitemap or directory page, and frequently update and check all your links. By the way, I didn't talk about static and dynamic websites. We'll come to it when we look at the practicals, and you need to include the contact information. Now we need to prepare for the practical one. As I conclude this introductory thing, what you need to do, my dear colleagues in LASU, is to have 8 things all set. Because this intro will be there for about 1 or 2 days, but on today's Monday, in a few days' time, I'll be running you through practical 1, and you got to have all of these things ready. Recall that I said our goal is to achieve. Let me just show you. Yeah, I said our goal is to achieve this, where you have your home page, but it's going to be nicer than this by the time you conclude yours. And then you have the CV, you have the OPB 601, so something as easy and nice as this. And then you have, I'm trying to get this topic 1, yes, your video is there. So that's what we are hoping to achieve. So how do you achieve this speedily? You need to get the following things ready. You need to get your picture ready, maybe passport sized. You need to have a profile, a short profile, maybe 4 or 5 lines. That's the one we put under the picture for Dr. Abba. You got to have your CV all made out nicely. You can use the one that you used for the hyperlink thing. And let me give you good news as I go along now. Now, you recall that in January/February, Lagos State University was ranked number 27. Let me just show you. Hey, see, my dear colleagues, in January 2016, Lagos State University was ranked number 27. But by July, we had moved to number 20. We jumped 7 places We beat University of Calabar and a couple of others. Now we're on track for this one, for this edition. University of Ibadan is first, Covenant is second, OAU, University of Lagos, and all of that. But I assure you, we're going to beat them. Now, we asked staff to bring their hyperlink CVs, just about a third. I've already done so. But don't worry, we'll get others to come on board so that we can elevate our standing on the league table, Webometrics league table. Why am I into all of this? I'm into all of this because I've asked that you submit, look at it now, that you submit your CV. So let it be the hyperlink CV. And then you have your course outline, which already approved. Then you have the lecture note for topic 1, which already approved. Then keep the link to the video of lecture 1 in place. And then all you need to do is just drop a test paper, maybe multiple choice or essay type on your lecture 1, and then prepare a marking scheme. So you're going to have these 8 things ready. So when you have the 8 things ready, what should you do? Now you're going to put all of this in a folder. I'll just show you what I did for Dr. Abba. So see what I did, my dear friends. I created a folder for Dr. Abba. So create a folder for yourself on your hard drive. Like I have it in my QIC module 2, week 5. I have Abba there. So look at what I got. I got Abba's picture. Let's see it. Yeah, that's Dr. Abba's picture. And then I had the checklist. Then I have the course outline. That's the course outline that she submitted. Let's see. That's the course outline that she submitted. All I did was to just put in some nice colors, which you can also do. Then let's see. I had the lecture 1 lecture note, the marking scheme for test 1. We haven't got it, but all I did, as you notice, was to keep this. I had to have this one like this. That's the one that I uploaded. And then I had a profile. That's the bit, this little bit that I put here. Excuse me. They have the test on lecture 1. The test is not there, so what I did was to just put this one there. So I will be pleased if you all, as you prepare for practical 1, you just create a folder, call it by your anything, call it by your surname, and then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items here. So that is the end of part 1. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your attention. We look forward to part 2, where we take on the practical number 1. God bless you all.